My name is Dominic Barbera. I was born in Jersey City. I enlisted in the Navy when I was 17 years old, 1942. And I would come out as Seaman First Class. When I went to Rhode Island boot camp, was there for 4 weeks because they had 4 ships that were converted to oil tankers from New Jersey, belonged to the Standard Oil, and they made them carriers. First converted carriers they made. And we were assigned to them ships when we were in boot camp. And 4 weeks in boot camp, then we went to Norfolk, Virginia, and I commissioned a ship. I'm a plank owner on a ship. I commissioned it and decommissioned it. And then I went in July. In August, I was on a ship. In October, we were in the invasion of North Africa. We combated that. We went back to the States, and we went into the Pacific. We went into Pearl Harbor. The ships were still out of the water that was hit. December 1942, I was in Pearl Harbor. Then from there, we went in invasion of all the islands. Our 4 carriers stuck together. We were Sangamon, Swanee, Santee, and the Shenango. They were our 4 sister ships. And we went on into the Pacific, and we invaded most of the islands, brought the Marines in, and then we had a squadron. They were on Guadalcanal. They were stationed on Guadalcanal, and we were out at sea, and they were operating from our ship to the canal and back and forth. Then we invaded all the islands, and we got into 1944. We went in the Pacific and to the Philippines. We had the Battle of the Philippines. It was the biggest sea battle there was, Battle of Leyte Gulf. Admiral Halsey was there. He went north, and he left our Admiral. Admiral Sprague was on our ship. We had a flagship, and he was in charge of the whole operation in the Philippines. And then he gave our captain the Navy Cross. So we come back to the States, and the captain says, "No liberty for the crew." You remember that picture, Mr. Roberts? Well, the guys put on a bulkhead. Captain gets Navy Cross, crew gets double cross. They put on there. So then they went, and we got liberty, and we went, and the captain, they transferred him off the ship. We got a new captain, because he was Asiatic. He was a little wacky, you know. So then they rigged our ship for night flying, because we were going to Okinawa, and our ship was the only one that flew night and day. And we went out, went to Pearl Harbor, and we picked up a squadron over there, and we were there for the month of January and February, breaking in a squadron for night flying. And then in March, we headed out for Okinawa. We had the invasion of Okinawa on Easter Sunday. And then we were there, and our ship, we went into Okinawa for supplies, and on the way out, we got hit with a kamikaze coming out of the island. And we were on fire for 4 hours in the water because all our water lines were broken. The ships had to come alongside and put the fire out for us. And then we got back. The next day, the admiral left our ship and went over to the other Santee, and he came back, and "What the heck happened to you guys?" He says, "You're going back home." We lost all our planes on the ship. The elevators went up in the air and blew. One elevator went up, and we had a plane on a Caterpillar, and it broke the wing off the plane, and the radio from that plane, and we had to use after steering on a ship to get us back to the States. And we come back, we went through Panama, and then we come back to Norfolk, Virginia. The ship was in the dry dock getting repaired, and then we were on 30-day leave. They gave us a leave, and the war was over. So then they scrapped the ship. And when they scrapped the ship, they put it back to an oil tanker. And after that, so many years, then they sold it to the Japanese for scrap iron. And that was that. We went in the Pacific. I got a medal from the our ship did, Philippine government, and we got 8 battle stars and 1 bronze star. Our ship was all awarded that. Well, when I come home, you couldn't get a job and nothing, and I didn't work for a while. I tried to go down to VA. I tried to get a disability from them. They denied me. They gave me service-connected disability because I got hurt in the service, and that was it. Then after about 40 years, I finally got something from them.
And what was the injury you got?
I got hurt my leg, and then I hit my mouth, and I lost my 3 front teeth.
So how did that happen?
Well, when the plane come down and hit our ship, I was in the gun tub there, and I hit my mouth on them in the magazine there. And I didn't know it at the time, because when I went to the dentist, he said your nerves in your mouth they were dead. They had to pull my teeth. I've been going to the school, and I live in Paramus. I've been going to the schools for about 20 years now, Westbrook, and I twice a year, and we talk to the kids. I bring my book. I got a nice book there. I bring a book, and I show them everything, and they're very happy to see what's going on. And we went on a ship, and we had Charles Lindbergh on our ship. You know who Charles Lindbergh is? I asked the kids in school, you see this fellow, you know Charles Lindbergh? Never heard of him. Never heard of him. I asked the teacher, tell him who Charles Lindbergh is. The teacher says, I don't know. Right? So that's why it's good to show the kids what's going on.